Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well on this Tuesday evening or whenever you're watching. And we're going to get back to our Bob Gibson Denny McLain project, the year of the pitcher versus 2017. And we're at the halfway point. This will be Bob Gibson's 12th start as well as Denny McLain's 12th start. And we're using Strat-O-Matic baseball. And tonight, Bob Gibson and the 1968 Cardinals take on the 2017 Washington Nationals and Max Scherzer. Denny McLain in 1968 went 31-6 with an ERA of 1.96 with 280 strikeouts. Bob Gibson went 22-9 with an ERA of 1.12, striking out 268. And they take on the 12 best ML teams of 2017, home and away for 24 starts. And as I stated, we're at start number 12 for both pitchers, and this is Bob Gibson's up first. McLain will either pitch later tonight or tomorrow. We'll have that game for you, so stay tuned for that. And I've listed the 2017 teams if you're unfamiliar with the project. All the playoff teams, and then I took two more, which were the Angels and the Brewers. Let's get to the starting lineups and roll some dice and play some Strat-O-Matic baseball. For the visiting St. Louis Cardinals, leading off, playing left field, Lou Brock. In 1968, he batted .279, 6 homers, 51 ribbies. Batting second, playing center field, Curt Flood. .301 in 68, 5 homers, 60 RBI. Batting third, I thought about dropping him in the order, but I kept him third, Roger Maris. And in 1968, he batted .255, 5 homers, 45 ribbies last year in baseball. Batting fourth, playing first base, the baby bull, Orlando Cepeda. .248, 16 round trippers, 73 runners knocked in. Batting fifth, doing the catching, Tim McCarver, .253, 5 homers, 48 ribby. Batting sixth, a third baseman, Mike Shannon, .266, 15 home runs, 79 runners knocked in. Batting seventh, the second baseman, Julian Javier, .260, 4 home runs, 52 runners knocked in. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Dal Maxville, .253, 1 home run, 24 ribbies. And in this project, we have a designated hitter, as we're here to see the pitchers pitch and not hit. And the DH will be Bobby Tolan, and in 1968, he batted .230, 5 home runs, and 17 ribbies. That has been a really horrible spot for the Cardinals in this project. On the mound for the Nationals, Max Scherzer, and in 2017 he was 16-6 with a 2.51 earned run average in 31 starts, striking out 268, giving up 22 gopher balls. Scherzer in this project is no wins, 1 loss, as he lost to Denny McLain, and he went 9 full innings, giving up 9 hits, walking 1, striking out 13, and he has an ERA of 3.12. That's what you call a tough luck loser. All right, so Scherzer's on the mound. Behind the plate is Wieters with a neutral arm of 0. Zimmerman's at first. Murphy's at second. Turner's at short. Rendon is at third. Eaton is in left with a -1 arm. Taylor's in center field with a -4 arm. And Harper is in right with a -3 arm. Here's Lou Brock, and in the project he's batting .240 with no homers and 4 ribbies. And Brock looking to get a 2-5 column off Scherzer. Here's the windup and the pitch from Scherzer to Brock, and the ball game is on its way, and it's a 6 and a 2, a 6-2 off the Scherzer card. 6-2. Hard hit ball to Zimmerman. He has it, takes it to the bag himself. 1 down. Corners move in for Curt Flood, who in the project's batting .234, no home runs, 7 ribbies. Flood looking for the 1-3 column. Scherzer's ready to rock and roll. Here's the pitch to Flood, and that is a 6 again off the Scherzer card. 6-6. He's hoping that Flood will pick up some sticks on the 6-6. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Scherzer blows a fastball by him. Curt Flood will get reacquainted with the bench. So 2 outs, base is empty. And here's Roger Maris. Maris struggling in this project, batting .159, no home runs, 3 ribbies. He's looking for a 5 or a 2 column. Wieters sets the target. Here's the pitch from Scherzer to Maris, and it is a 1 column off the Maris card. Not a column of choice, though, a 1-5. Scherzer looking for a 1-2-3 inning. And that's a fly ball out to right. Harper's there. He will make the catch. Side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Cardinals. Let's go to the Nationals lineup here. Herb Pilgrim's joined us here at the stadium. How are you doing, Herb? Hope all is well. Hope you're feeling better each and every day. Batting first for the Nationals, Trey Turner. In 2017, .284, 11 homers, 45 ribbies. Batting second, the second baseman, Daniel Murphy. .322, 23 homers, 93 ribbies. Batting third, the first baseman, Ryan Zimmerman. .303, 36 homers, 108 runners knocked in. Batting fourth, the right fielder, Bryce Harper. .319, 29 home runs, 87 RBI. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Anthony Rendon. .301, 25 homers, and 100 ribbies. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Adam Eaton. .297, 2 home runs, 13 ribbies, but he is a plus. He's a 7R, so he's in the lineup, and he's a very good defender, better than Worth. Batting eighth, the designated hitter. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, Adam Lind. .303, 14 home runs, and 59 ribbies. Batting eighth, the center fielder, Michael Taylor. .271, 19 home runs, 53 ribbies. And batting ninth, doing the catching, Matt Wieters. .225, 10 homers, 52 runners knocked in. As Herb Pilgrim says, go Cards. All right, so here's Trey Turner. He was 0 for 4 off Denny McLain. Let's see how he will fare against Bob Gibson, right-handed batter. Digs in. McCarver sets the target. Turner looking for the 1-4 column. Here's the windup and the pitch from Gibson. And it is a 1. A 1-7 off the Turner card. 1-7. So Gibby's going to give him a pitch to grip and rip at. And he hits this ball hard. And that is an 11. And he singles to center. So a leadoff single by Trey Turner. Bob Gibson's on the hill. 22-9 in 68, 1.12 earned run average. In 34 starts, he gave up 11 gopher balls, striking out 268. In this project, in 11 starts, he has 1 no decision, and he has 7 wins and 3 losses. ERA 1.75 in 98 innings pitched. He's given up 64 hits, walked 33, struck out 100, and he's given up 6 home runs. So Turner's at first, Cepeda holding him on. Turner, an excellent base runner, 1 through 17, 85% chance of stealing second. And here comes a left-handed batting second baseman, Daniel Murphy. Murphy was 0 for 4 off Denny McLain. I'm sorry, he batted .250 off Denny McLain. I apologize. So he was 1 for 4. Gibson takes a peek at first. There goes Turner. He's running. And we're going to throw for the runner, as the animation for the chart did not come up. So I'm assuming we need a really high roll. Here's the throw by McCarver, and that's not going to get it done, as that is a 9, folks. So I believe Turner will steal second base. That happens with Strat-O-Matic baseball every once in a while. The animation of the chart does not come up. So Turner steals second. He's in scoring position right away for Daniel Murphy. Again, Murphy, left-handed batter, looking for the 1-4 column. Gibson trying to bear down here. The windup and the pitch from Gibson to Murphy. And it is a 4 column of choice off the Gibson card. 4-8. So again, Gibson not sharp early. It's a 4-8 to Murphy. Runner at second. No outs. And Murphy will hit this ball hard. And that's a 19. Line shot to Cepeda, who makes the diving catch, robbing a double down the line. Turner gets back to second base. So 1 out. Turner still at second. Here comes Ryan Zimmerman. He batted .250 off Denny McLain. Right-handed batter, first baseman. Tremendous power. He's looking for the 1-2 column. Tim McCarver wiggles the finger, sets the target. Here's the pitch from Gibson to Zimmerman, and it is a 6 off the Gibby card, the column of death. 6-11 off the Gibson card. 6-11 to Zimmerman. And Zimmerman will hit this ball out to right and Roger Maris, and that is a 9. So Maris has a beat on it. See if he makes the catch. And that's a 5-3-1, another 9. So Roger Maris will make the catch. Let's see if Turner challenges his arm, as Maris has a -2 arm. And he quickly fires it back in, and it's... Oh, he's going! He's going! He's tagging up! We need a high roll here, and that's a 13. Again, the other chart did not pop up. And he is safe. Good, strong throw, but just not in time. So 2 outs, and Turner's 90 feet away from giving the Nationals the lead. And Bryce Harper comes to the plate. Harper, 333 off Denny McLain and Detroit. He did walk once and strike out once. Harper, left-handed batter, right fielder. He's looking for the 2-4 column. Gibson, grim determination on his face. The windup and the pitch to Harper. And that is a 3 column off the Harper card and an 8. 3-8 to Bryce Harper. Strike 3 looking. Curveball got him. Set him up with the fastball. National strand a runner at third. We go to the top of the second. Still scoreless. I shall be back in 1 moment, folks. As we are back, thank you very much for your patience. All right, due up for the Cardinals, Cepeda, who made that wonderful diving catch, robbing the double down the line to keep it a scoreless game. Then McCarver and Shannon. The baby bull Cepeda only batting .159, no homers, 1 ribby. Needs to get that back going. He's looking for the 2-1 column off Scherzer. Scherzer rocks and fires to Cepeda. It is a 5 column and a 5. A 5-5 to Cepeda off the Scherzer card. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. Way out in front, 1 down. As the Red Sox have just taken the lead on the home run. I believe that's Brock Holt, because I don't have my glasses on. It's 2-1 Red Sox. Against Philadelphia, Porcellos is pitching a gem. So here's Tim McCarver, 1 out, no one on. McCarver batting .227, no homers, 5 ribbies, looking for the 5-3 column. Wieters wiggles the fingers, Scherzer nods his head. He rocks and fires to McCarver, and it is a 5 column, and that is a column of choice for Tim McCarver off the Scherzer card. So that's a 5-3 What will it be? We shall see. And McCarver hits his ball high and deep. Will it stay in the ballpark? And that's a 19. So McCarver gives this fastball a ride to right center field. And making the catch is Taylor. Wow! As he makes the running, leaping catch, bangs into the wall, 2 down, robbing McCarver of extra bases. So 2 outs, base is empty, as McCarver's just shaking his head going back to the bench. Is Mike Shannon. Shannon batting .300 in the project, 1 home run, 3 ribbies. Right-handed batting third baseman. Looking for the 3-2 column. Scherzer readies himself. Weeder sets the target. Here's the pitch to Mike Shannon. That is a 4-5 off the Scherzer card. 4-5. 4-5 to Shannon. Swing and a miss! Out in front of the off-speed pitch. Side retired. We go to the bottom of the second. No score here in Washington. 2 up for the Nationals. Rendon, Eaton, and Lynn to face Bob Gibson. Rendon was 0 for 4 off McLain. Right-handed batter. He had 25 home runs in 2017 to go along with a .301 batting average. He's looking for the 3-4 column. McCarver goes through the signs. Gibby nods his head. Here's the pitch to Rendon, and it is a 4 column. Column of choice off the Gibson card. 4-7 to Rendon. 4-7. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Blew the fastball by him. 1 down. And here, stepping to the plate, left-handed batting, left fielder, Adam Eaton. Very tough on right-handed pitching. He is a 7R, and that's very good. In limited at-bats, Eaton batted .297. He's looking for the 2-4 column, the windup, and the pitch from Gibson to Adam Eaton. And it is a 3 and a 7. 3-7 to Eaton. 3-7 from Gibby to Eaton. And that's a single to right. So Adam Eaton is on. There. So a 1-out single. Eaton, good base runner, 1 through 15. Cepeda holding him on, 75% chance of stealing second. And he can't get a good lead. Good job by Gibby and the Baby Bull. They now turn their attention to Adam Lynn at the plate. And he batted .500 off Denny McLain and the Tigers with a home run and a ribby. Looking for the 2-4 column. Gibson takes a peek at first. Now he deals to Lind. And it is a 1 and a 12. A 1-12 to Lind. I did 111. And he fouls out to the catcher. Let's just take a look as I click the 11. Righty, 112. Ground ball, second base, C. Ground ball, second base, C. All right, so that we're gonna make it what it should be, as I clicked the wrong thing. So we're gonna edit that last play, undo the last play. I apologize for that. Yes, and it was a 1-12, and we didn't pick off Eaton. So it was a 1 and a 12. Ground ball to second base. It's C. So they get the runner at first, and Eaton advances to second on the fielder's choice. Nice play by Javier as he had to range to the right and deep on the grass. Knocks it down, throws to Cepeda. So 2 outs. Eaton's in scoring position for Michael Taylor. And Taylor batted .333 against McLain and the Tigers. No ribbies. Walked once, struck out twice. He's looking for the 2-4 column. Again, the Nationals have a runner in scoring position. Gibson peeks over his shoulder. Now he deals to Taylor. And it is a 2 column and a 6. A 2-6 to Taylor. And column of choice. Will Taylor come through in the clutch? He's going to see a pitch to hit on the 2-6. And Taylor drives his ball deep. And that is an 8. Will the ballpark hold it? As he's all over this fastball, Flood racing back, dead center field. He looks up and it's gone! A 2-run homer by Taylor, and the Nationals take a 2-0 lead to the joyous Rockies fans here at Nationals Park. And also now at the ballpark, D. Scott Howard, how are you doing, my friend? Hope all is well. So 2-0. And Gibby is not a happy camper on the mound. And you never want to be that next batter up if Bob Gibson gives up a homer. Here's the number 9 batter, the catcher, Matt Wieters. Wieters batted .500 off McLain and the Tigers. Let's see what he can do against Gibson and the Cardinals. He's looking for the 4-3 column. Gibson rocks and fires, and it is a 2 column and a 10. A 2-10 to Wieters, 2-10. Ground ball to Javier. He dives, pops up, throws to Cepeda, side retired. But the Nationals strike first on the 2-run homer by Taylor. We go to the top of the third, 2-0 Washington. Due up for the 68 Cardinals, Javier, Maxville, and Bobby Tolan. Julian Javier batting .302 in the project. No homers, 5 ribbies. He's looking for the 1-2 column. Scherzer nods his head. Here's the pitch to Javier, and it is a 4 column off the Scherzer card, 4-6. 4-8 to Julian Javier. And Scherzer strikes him out. Another strikeout for Matt Scherzer. He's using the fastball to set them up and the breaking pitch to knock him down. And that's Matt Scherzer's 4th strikeout of the ball game. Overall, in his 2nd start against the 68 teams, he has 17 Ks. So 1 out, no one on for the shortstop, Dal Maxville. And Maxville batting .222 in the project. No homers, 3 ribbies. Righty-righty matchup. Maxville awaits the Scherzer offering. Here's the pitch, homeward bound. And it is a 5 column and a 10. So it's a 5 off the Scherzer card and a 10 to Maxville. Fastball. Strike 3, paints the inside corner. Strikeout number 5 for Scherzer. 2 outs, base is empty. And here's Bobby Tolan. Tolan in this project batting .167. The DH has been a horrible spot for the Cardinals, not a stellar hitting ball club. He's a left-handed batter. Tolan hopes to keep the inning alive. Wieters pounds a mitt, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Bobby Tolan, and Scherzer deals Tolan a 5 column, a column of choice for Tolan. He's going to see a pitch to grip and rip. It's a 5-11. 5-11 to Bobby Tolan. And Tolan will lift this ball out to right field. And Harper. And that is a 5. Harper racing for the ball. He's going to make a dive at it. And that is an 11 and a 3. That's a 14. And Harper will make the dive and catch. Side will be retired as he makes the dive and catch, racing towards the right field line. 1, 2, 3. Go the Cardinals. We go to the bottom of the third. 2-0 Washington. High fives all around for Bryce Harper. Due up for the Nationals, top of the order, Turner, Murphy, and Zimmerman. Turner's 1 for 1 off Gibson. Gibson's ready to work. Here's the pitch to Turner, and it is a 5 column and a 9. A 5-9 off the Gibby card. 5-9 to Trey Turner. Fastball. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1 away. Daniel Murphy comes to plate. He's 0 for 1. He's looking for the 1-4. Left-handed batting second baseman. McCarver sets the target. Here's the pitch to Murphy. Gibson deals Murphy a 2 and a 9. 2-9 to Murphy off his card. Not a column of choice. Ground ball, Javier. He knocks it down, picks it up, throws to Cepeda. 2 down. Javier has been a busy beaver at second base. So 2 outs, base is empty. First baseman, right-handed batting. Ryan Zimmerman steps to the plate. Remember, he had 36 home runs in 2017. Gibson looking for a 1-2-3 inning, keep it a 2-run deficit. He kicks and fires to Zimmerman. Zimmerman looking for the 1-2. Instead, it is a 3-column and a 3. It's a 3-3. What shall it be? We shall see. To Zimmerman. And that ball is out to right. Maris makes the catch. Side retired. We go to the top of the fourth. The Nationals have that 2-0 lead thanks to the 2-run homer in the bottom of the second by Taylor. Due up for the Cardinals, the top of the order, Brock, Flood, and Maris to face Max Scherzer. Scherzer has struck out 5, and in the project he struck out 18. Brock is 0 for 1. Left-handed batter. Scherzer looks in at Wieters, nods his head. Here's the pitch to Lou Brock, and it is a 1-column and a 4. A 1-4 off the Brock card. Scherzer seems to be hitting his spots. Ground ball to Turner. At short, throws to Zimmerman, 1 away. Now bring up Kurt Flood. Flood's 0 for 1. Corners move in. Flood's a beat bunter. Rendon is in at third. Zimmerman's in at first. Scherzer takes a deep breath. Arms down to his chest. Here's the pitch to Flood looking for the 1-3. It is a 5 and a 10. Again, Scherzer hitting his spots. 5. 10 to Flood. 1 out, no one on. Strike 3 again! The off-speed pitch has totally fooled Cardinals batters as they're sitting on dead red. And that's strikeout number 6 for Scherzer. 2 outs, base is empty. And here's Roger Maris, a shell of himself. He'd like to run into a fastball and take it out to right. Maris 0 for 1. Scherzer looking for another 1-2-3 inning. The windup, the pitch to Maris. And it is a 1-column. A 1-6 to Maris off his card. 1-6 to Maris. Hard hit ball to Zimmerman. He waves off Scherzer, steps on the bag, side retire. Scherzer continues to befuddle and baffle the Cardinals batters. We go to the bottom of the fourth, still 2-0 Nationals. Due up for Washington, Harper, Rendon, and Eaton to face Bob Gibson. Harper's 0 for 1, digs in the left-hander's batter's box. McCarver wiggles the fingers. Gibson rocks and fires to Harper, and that is a 1 and an 8. A 1-8 to Bryce Harper. 1-8. And Harper hits this ball fairly hard, and that is a 9. As that ball is lined past the dive of Javier into center field. So Harper's at first, 1 through 13 base runner. And Rendon is at the plate. Rendon's 0 for 1. Harper being held on by Cepeda. Gibson takes a peek over. And now here's the pitch to Rendon. And it is a 4-3. And it's a column of choice for Anthony Rendon off the Gibson card. 4-3. What will it be? We shall see on the 4-3. And Rendon hits this ball hard. And that's a 17. Rendon sends that ball out to left. It's sinking. Brock makes the diving catch, robbing Rendon of a hit. Quickly getting back to first base is Harper. 1 away. Lou Brock makes the diving catch on the shallow fly ball to left. So Harper's at first. Eaton's at the plate. He's 1 for 1. He scored ahead of the Taylor home run. Gibson's going to try to induce a double play ball. Maxville and Javier hoping to turn 2 up the middle. Here's the pitch from Gibson to Eaton. And it is a 6-2, column of death for a batter. A 6-2 off the Gibby card. So it's a 6 column and a 2. Except not for Eaton. He hits this ball high and deep. That's an 18. And Maris racing back in the corner. He leaps, makes the catch. And he has just robbed Eaton of a 2-run blast. Quickly getting back to first is Harper. What a play by Roger Maris. So 2 outs, and here's Adam Lynn. He is 0 for 1. as Bob Gibson and the Cardinal bench breathe a sigh of relief. What a tremendous play by Roger Maris. Adam Lind looking for the 2-4 column. Harper will be off on contact. Gibson doesn't even pay any attention to him. Here's the pitch from Gibson to Lind. And it is a 2-column of choice. So Gibson is not sharp tonight. And that is a 2 and a 2. It's a 2-2. How do you do? Bounding ball to Shannon. He barehands it, throws to first, side retired. We go to the top of the fifth, still 2-0 Nationals. Due up for the Cardinals. They got to get their bats going. Cepeda, McCarver, and Shannon. The Baby Bulls 0 for 1 off Scherzer. Scherzer rubs up the baseball. Back up on the bump, toes the rubber. Here's the pitch to Cepeda, looking for the 2-1. Instead, it is a 5-column off the Scherzer card. 5-5 to Cepeda. Fastball, swinging on this, strike 3. Scherzer blows it by the Baby Bull. As D. Scott Howard in the chat says, Sweet Lou, in regards to the diving catch. Again, D. Scott Howard says, I had my autographed Lou Brock bat in my hand at my storage area today. Cool! As I said cool, just as Herb Pilgrim typed cool. That is very cool. So here's McCarver, 1 out, no one on. McCarver's 0 for 1. As he hit the ball hard, but was robbed of extra bases by Taylor. And he'd love to drive one out of the ballpark. He's looking for the 5-3 column. Weeder sets the target. Scherzer kicks and fires to McCarver. It is a 6-column off the Scherzer card. 6-8 to McCarver. 6-8 to McCarver. Fastball, swing and a miss, rinse and repeat. Go find some pine, Mr. McCarver. That's strikeout number 8 for Max Scherzer. So 2 outs, base is empty, and here comes Mike Shannon. He is 0 for 1. He has been a strikeout victim. Scherzer would love to get him for a second time. Shannon looking for the 3-2. Scherzer works quickly. It is a 6-column and an 8. A 6-8 off the Scherzer card for Shannon. 6-8. And guess what that is, folks? Curveball, strike 3 looking. Another strikeout for Scherzer. He has been pure dominance. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 2-0 Nationals. And due up, the man who hit the 2-run bomb off Gibby. It's Taylor, then Wieters, and Turner. Mr. Michael Taylor, don't dig in that batter's box too tight. He's looking for the 2-4 column. Here's the pitch from Gibby to Taylor. And it's not with love, that's for sure. It is a 3-8 to Taylor. 3-8 to Michael Taylor. Strike 3, could not pull the trigger on that inside heat. So Gibson picks up his 4th strikeout. Gets a little revenge off the man who hit the 2-run homer. As Herb Pilgrim says, I have horrible, painful stories to tell about autographed items I have had over the years. The key word is had. So you'll have to share some of those with us. Maybe on a chat with Al. You can share them now also. So here's Matt Wieters. He's 0 for 1. Left-handed batting catcher. Well, switch hitter batting lefty off the right-handed throwing Gibson. Gibson picks up the sign from McCarver. He deals to Wieters. And that is a 4. And it's a column of choice for Wieters off the Gibby card. 4-8. Wieters is hoping the 4-8 will be great. And he hits his ball hard on the 4-8. And that is a 1. And so that's going to be a pretty good result for Wieters. As he singles up the middle on the soft line drive. So Wieters is at first. 90% chance of stealing second, but a 1-8 base runner. The odds are he only stole a few bases and he was very successful, but he will not get the lead. And he does not get the lead as Gibson and Cepeda hold him on. So 1 out, and Turner's at the plate. 1 for 2. They'll hope to turn 2 up the middle with Maxville and Javier. The windup and the pitch to Turner looking for the 1-4 column, and he gets the 1, and it's a 1-3. A 1-3, and as I say, what shall it be? We shall see on the 1-3. And what it will be is painful for Gibson and the Cardinals. And that is a 9. And that is a shot to center. Flood's not going to get there. It's going to be off the wall. It will be a double for Turner, and they will hold up Wieters, the slow-footed catcher, at third. So Gibson being treated quite rudely here in the nation's capital. So Turner is at second. Wieters is at third. The bench coach wants us to play the infield in. Daniel Murphy's at the plate. Zimmerman's on deck. I will play the infield in because we don't score runs. 2-0. And the Nationals looking to add more. Murphy is 0 for 2. Need a strikeout here or a pop-up. Murphy digs in the left-hander's batter's box. Gibson hands down to his chest. He rocks and fires. And that is a 5 column off the Gibby card. A 5-5. Gibson needs a K here on the 5-5. And fastball. Strike 3 looking. He paints the outside corner. Great job by McCarver. Framing it. And there's 2 outs. Infield goes back to normal. Turner's at second. Wieters is at third. They'll be off on contact. And striding to the plate, power hitting first baseman. Right-handed batting is Ryan Zimmerman. He is 0 for 2. Gibby now has 5 strikeouts. Again, Gibson takes a deep breath. Nods his head. He rocks and fires to Zimmerman. And that is a 5 column, and it's a 5-8 off the Gibby card. 5-8 to Zimmerman. 2 outs, 2 on. Runners off on contact. Ground ball to Javier at second. And that is a 17. So he's up with it. He'll make the throw to Cepeda. And that is a 13. Side retired on the ground out to Javier. And Gibson pitches around the single and the double. We go to the top of the 6th, still 2-0 Nationals. Due up for the Cardinals, the bottom third of their order, Javier, Maxwell, and Tolan. They got to get the bats going against Scherzer. Scherzer so far has struck out 9. Javier's 0 for 1. Looking for the 1-2 column. Scherzer's ready to deal. Here's the pitch to Julian Javier, and it's a 6 column and a 2, a 6-2 to Javier off the Scherzer card, 6-2. And ball 4! And that, I believe, is the first base runner to reach base for the Cardinals. So Javier is at first, 1 through 16 base runners, 70% chance of stealing second. And here's Dahl Maxfield. And he's 0 for 1. Scherzer strikes out a lot of batters. And we're going to attempt to steal here with Javier at 70%. 1 through 14 he is safe. 17% chance of getting the proper lead. We're going to attempt it. He can't get the lead. We're not going to send him. So good job by Scherzer and Zimmerman holding Javier on. We try to get something going here with our anemic offense. On deck is Toland. And we're going to play hit and run. Even though Scherzer's a strikeout pitcher, he throws strikes. And 25% chance, we're saying yes. Here's the pitch. Maxwell swings, hits the ball hard to the right side. Murphy's up with it. His only plays to first. 1 away. Javier advances to second. So he's in scoring position. And here comes Bobby Tolan. Tolan's 0 for 1. Base hit could score Javier. Scherzer deals to the left-handed designated hitter Bobby Tolan. And it is a 5 column. Column of choice for Bobby Tolan. A 5-5. Off the Scherzer card, 5-5, 1 out, Javier at second. Can the Cards break through? And Tolan drives this ball deep. And that's a 7. Bobby Tolan crushes this pitch to right center field. And that ball is by gone. We have a 2-2 ball game. And there goes the no-hitter And the shutout all in one swing. Bobby Tolan jacks that fastball to right center. It's a 2-2 ball game. Cardinals bats have awoken. Whether they will stay awake, we shall see, as Scherzer not very happy with himself. So it's 2-2, top of the order, 1 out. And here's Lou Brock. Brock is 0 for 2. Here's the pitch to the left-handed batting left fielder. And Scherzer deals Brock a 3-7 off the Brock card. Not a column of choice, though. 3-7 to Brock. And that ball goes to center. And racing back is Taylor. He reaches up, makes the catch, 2 away. Corners move in with 2 outs, bases empty for Curt Flood. He is a B-bunter. He's 0 for 2 today. He has struck out twice. Scherzer looking for the hat trick. Picks up the sign from Wieters. Wieters sets the target. Here's the pitch to Flood. And that is a 6 column off the Scherzer card, 6-9. Will he get Flood for the 3rd time via the K on the 6-9? Fastball. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Flood goes down. Swinging. He has struck out 3 times, but Bobby Tolan ties it up with a 2-run blast. We go to the bottom of 6. Knotted at 2. Let's go to the chat. D. Scott Howard, as we're talking about autographs and memorabilia, says, first, Herb Pilgrim says in the chat. I missed this. Let me go up. Oh, lots of stuff going back and forth. Herb Pilgrim says, lost an autographed $1 bill from Joe Morgan, who was in my New York City cab in 1976. Why did I keep it in my wallet? Well, I was young and foolish. D. Scott Howard says in the chat, I only have 2 about signed memorabilia. The Lou Brock bat, the Lou Brock ball, gift ball, I didn't get the signature, and my treasured Satchel Paige card signed for me when I saw the great man touring. I think he put turning. I think he meant touring. Touring with the Harlem Globetrotters in 1966. Make that touring. Yeah, I see the next line. Pretty cool stuff. All right, back to the ball game. As Audie Murphy's joined us. How are you, Audie? Long time no see. Hope all is well with you and yours. Very glad that you could join us. It's a 2-2 ball game here between the 68 Cardinals and Bob Gibson, the 2017 Washington Nationals, due up to face Gibby. Harper, Rendon, and Eaton. Harper's 1 for 2. He's in the left-hander's batter's box. Gibson rocks and fires to Harper, and that is a 4-5 to Harper, and it's a column of choice for Bryce. 4-5 to Bryce Harper off the Gibby card. And he hits this ball deep. Gibson fooling no one today. A lot of hard-hit balls. That's a 4. As Bryce Harper drives this, and this ballpark will not hold it. As that's out to right center and upper deck. Gone! And just like that, the Nationals retake the lead 3-2. So that was a short-lived tie ball game, as Bob Gibson gives up his 2nd home run, the first one being the 2-run blast by Taylor in the bottom of the 2nd, and now the solo blast by Harper to put them back on top. And it's 3-2 Nationals. Here comes Anthony Rendon, 0 for 2. Gibson's incensed on the mound. The violent delivery towards the plate, and Rendon. It is a 1-10 to Rendon. 1-10 from Gibson to Rendon. And Rendon strikes his fastball. That's a 19. Again, Gibson fooling no one. And that is a line out. Right back to Gibby. So 1 out, and here comes Adam Eaton. He's 1 for 2. He scored ahead of the Taylor home run back in the bottom of the 2nd. Cardinals now trail by 1. Gibson picks up the sign from McCarver. Here's the pitch to Eaton. And it is a 6 column of death for a batter off the Gibson card. 6-8. 6-8. Line shot. Javier leaps high in the air and snags it 2 down. Again, Gibson not really fooling any of these National batters, they've hit the ball hard. And there's been some fabulous defensive play by the Cardinals behind Gibby. The only runs scored are the balls that have left the ballpark. And there's been two of them, a two-run homer by Taylor and a solo blast here in the bottom of the sixth by Bryce Harper, thus the 3-2 lead for the Nationals. 2 outs, base is empty for Adam Lind. He hit a home run off Denny McLain. Can he hit one off Bob Gibson? McCarver wiggles the fingers. Gibson violently nods his head. The windup and the pitch to Lind. And it is a 5 column off the Gibson card. 5-8 to Adam Lind. 5-8. 2 outs. Two outs, nobody on. Bottom of the 6th. Ground ball to Javier at second. He has been a busy beaver. That's an 18. Fields it smoothly. Moving to his right. Throws to first. That's a 5-4-2. So that's an 11. And side is retired. But the Nationals re-jump out on top with a solo blast by Bryce Harper. We go to the top of the 7th, 3-2 Nationals. Due up for the Cardinals, Roger Maris, Orlando Cepeda, and Tim McCarver. In the chat, we have Herb Pilgrim, D. Scott Howard, and Audie Murphy. Feel free to jump in if you're watching. So Maris is 0 for 2. He'd like to hit one out. Tie the ball game up. Odds are he won't do it, though. Here's the pitch from Scherzer to Maris. And that is a 1 to Maris and a 7. A 1-7 off the Maris card from Scherzer. And that ball goes out to center field. Taylor has a beat on it. Over to his right, makes the catch, 1 away. Orlando Cepeda, the baby bull, who's batting 152 in the project. No homers, 1 ribby. Desperately wants the 2-1 column. Scherzer, deal to Cepeda, and it's a 6 column off the Scherzer card, 6-9 to the baby bull, Orlando Cepeda, 6-9, 3-2 Nationals. Fastball. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chased the high heat, but couldn't catch it. Strikeout number 11 for Scherzer. Utter dominance by Matt Scherzer. As Audie Murphy says, likewise, I just picked up Strat-O-Matic Baseball the past weekend. Love it. Did you get the PC version, Audie? Or the tabletop game? Again, what I like about the PC version, it's a little pricey. I wish they'd have some sales. I like that I can roll the dice and I can make like a hybrid. You know, and I really do enjoy it, where I don't have to look at all the charts when I was a kid. And I'm a visual type person. I like seeing things. So there are 2 outs. Here's Tim McCarver. They're going to look to try to hit the corners here against McCarver. He's 0 for 2. McCarver missed out on extra bases when Taylor made the leaping catch to right center and banged into the wall. Looking for some revenge here. The windup and the pitch from Scherzer to McCarver, and that is a 3 column, and it's a column of choice, so McCarver's going to see a pitch to grip and rip. It is a 3-8 to Tim McCarver. 3-8. McCarver's hoping for it to be great on the 3-8. And McCarver hits his ball deep once again. And the red die is way over here. I got to go really careful. It's going to roll right off the table, but I get it. And McCarver, that is a 14. So McCarver hits his ball high and deep. Will the ballpark hold it? Eaton racing back, leaping! Did he catch it? Yes, he does! As he goes falling to the grass, shows the umps he has the ball, and once again, Tim McCarver strikes the ball hard with nothing to show with it. What a catch by Adam Eaton in left. McCarver, that would have been a home run in a tie ball game. Instead, it's out number 3. Scherzer smacks his glove, gives a fist pump to Eaton as Eaton comes in. Now gives him a high five, and everyone goes back to the dugout for the Nationals, very happy. Wow! As back to the chat with Audie Murphy, Herb Pilgrim, D. Scott Howard. D. Scott Howard says, I also came across my Ali Chavallo 2 program from Vancouver, British Columbia, May 1972. That was a highlight of my life as a sports fan. That's very cool. Audie Murphy says, Likewise, I picked up I read that already. Yes, sir, the PC. The dice is a nice touch out. Thank you. I do enjoy Strat-O-Matic. I would just wish there were some sales. Beatles Eternally has joined us in the chat. Hello, Beatles. Hope all is well. Moderator extraordinaire, musician extraordinaire, magician extraordinaire, soon to be knighted by the Queen. Today's trivia. Give 2 of the first 3 names of the Alou brothers. Oh, Beatles answered it. He says Jesus and Philippe, and Moses was the other one. So we will hit OK for the trivia, and we nailed them all. Maddie, Moses Alou, though. It was also, I'm almost positive, Moses Alou, but they called him Maddie. Okay, I'm still saying we got 3 out of 3. Take me out to the ball game, take me out to the crowd, buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever go back for it. Root for your home team. If they lose, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. All right, we go to the bottom of the 7th. The Nationals have a 3-2 lead, thanks to a 2-run homer by Taylor, the man at the plate, and then a solo blast by Harper in the bottom of the 6th. Taylor 1 for 2 with a home run and 2 ribbies. Gibson kicks and fires to Taylor. Taylor looking for the 2-4 column. Instead, he will get a 5 column off the Gibby card. It is a 5-7 to Taylor. Fastball. Strike 3! Couldn't pull the trigger again. This time, Gibby paints the outside corner. Good job by McCarver framing it. 1 out. Here's Matt Wieters. Wieters, the catcher, 1 for 2. Switch hitter, batting lefty. McCarver sets the target for his counterpart. Gibson kicks and fires. And it is a 2 column to Wieters. Off his card, not a column of choice. 2-7 to Wieters. 2-7 from Gibson to Wieters. And that is a ball hit out to center. Flood coming in, makes the catch. 2 down. So 2 down, base is empty. And here comes Trey Turner. He is 2 for 3 with a double. He did not knock anyone in, though, as Wieters' very slow-footed catcher would be halted at third, and both runners would be stranded. Gibson would pitch out of that jam. Turner awaits the Gibson offering. And here's the pitch, homeward bound, and that is a 1 column, and that is a Trey Turner column. That is a 1-9 to Trey Turner. He's looking for his 3rd hit off Bob Gibson. A 1-9 to Turner. And he turns on that fastball. He singles to left. Turner's 3 for 4. Gibson hasn't fooled him. So 2 outs. Turner's at first. Excellent base runner. 85% chance of stealing second. They throw over, and Turner just gets back, and Cepeda is complaining to the umpire. They thought they had him picked off, but they're not changing the call. So now attention goes to Daniel Murphy. Left-handed batting second baseman, 0 for 3. Gibson nods his head. Here's the pitch to Murphy. And 6. Column of death for a batter, 6-11 to Murphy, 2 outs. Turner will be off on contact. 6. Let's see if there will be any contact. 6-11 to Murphy. And that ball goes out to right field, and Lou Brock, he's racing after it. And that is a 19. Brock in a full-out sprint. He's going to make a dive for it. And that's an 11. He will make the diving catch. And the side is retired as Murphy go. That went out to right. So it's Maris who makes the diving catch. Wow. I could have sworn it said left. Well, all right, my faux pas. Maris makes the diving catch. And the side is retired. I'm going to have to watch that over. But obviously, it did go out to right. We go to the top of the 8th. The Cardinals down by 1. Scherzer 6 outs away from a complete game victory. He went the distance against the Tigers, but took the loss. All right, due up for the Cardinals, down by 1. Shannon, Javier, and Maxwell. Shannon's 0 for 2. He's looking for the 3-2 column. The windup and the pitch from Scherzer to Shannon. And it is a 5 off the Scherzer card. So it's a 5-8 from Scherzer to Shannon. 5-8. Fastball. Strike 3 inside corner. Shannon couldn't pull the trigger. That is K number 12 for Scherzer. So 1 out, no one on for Julian Javier. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. He has scored a run. He scored ahead of the Bobby Tolan 2-run blast that tied the game in the top of the 6th. It was a short-lived tie as Harper would homer for the Nationals in the bottom of the 6th, and thus the 3-2 lead with 1 out in the top of the 8th. Here's the pitch to Javier, looking for the 1-2 column. It is a 4 column to Javier from Scherzer. So it's a 4-7 to Javier. 4-7, not a column of choice off the Scherzer card. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike 3 as it dipped down. And that is another strikeout, and that's strikeout number 13. So 2 outs, base is empty for Dahl Maxwell. He's 0 for 2. Infield, outfield straight away. Maxwell chokes up a bit on the bat. Scherzer readies himself. He rocks and fires. Here's the pitch to Maxwell. That is a 3 column off the Maxwell card, 3-4. I think Scherzer wants to show him the door on the 3-4. But Maxwell choking up on the bat, hits the ball well. And that is a 1. So Maxwell keeps the inning alive, choking up on the bat. He singles right through the wickets of Scherzer into center. And here comes Bobby Tolan. Tolan is 1 for 2. He hit a 2-run blast off Scherzer. If he does it again, it will be a 4-3 lead for the Cardinals. Can Bobby Tolan do it again? Cardinals fans are hoping. He did it before. Now he can do it again. Now he can do it again. The windup and the pitch from Scherzer to Tolan. And that is a 3 and a 7 to Bobby Tolan. 3-7, 2 outs. Maxwell will be off on contact. Hard hit ball to Zimmerman. He knocks it down from his knees. He throws to Scherzer covering the bag. Side retired. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Nationals hold on to that 1-run lead. It's 3-2 Washington. Due up for the Nationals to face Bob Gibson, Zimmerman, Harper, and Rendon. Zimmerman's 0 for 3. Digs in the right-hander's batter's box. Gibson deals to the Nationals' first baseman. And that is a 6 column. Column of death, but it's a 2. So that's a 6-2. This might be a chance for Zimmerman on the 6-2. I think that's the only halfway decent thing. 6-2 to Zimmerman. And let's see what this will be. That is a 16. I think that is a ground out. 16. All kinds of funky symbols there. Lines out to Maxwell, who makes the diving catch. Great reaction at short by Maxwell. 1 down. And here's Bryce Harper, 2 for 3. He had the home run in the bottom of the 6th as the Nationals retook the lead after the Cardinals tied it off the Bobby Tolan 2-run blast in the top of the 6th. We stand at 3-2, 1 out, bases empty. Harper digs in. Here's the pitch from Gibson, and that is a 4-4. Harper looking for more, and he might get it. It's a column of choice for Bryce Harper. And this will be a play for McCarver, and that is a 19. That's a 19. So that's a little dribbler out in front of the plate. McCarver picks it up and throws to Cepeda. And that is a 15. And it's low and in the dirt, but Cepeda digs it out. And that's out number 2. Nice scoop by Cepeda. So the Cardinals guard the lines with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. As McCarver points to the first baseman, thanking him for saving and throwing error. And here is Anthony Rendon. The third baseman's 0 for 3. He has struck out once. Gibson has struck out 6. Here's the windup and the pitch to Rendon, and that is a 1 column and a 6. A 1-6 off the Rendon card, not a column of choice. But Rendon, tough at bat, works a walk. Inning stays alive for Adam Eaton, 1 for 3. He scored ahead of Taylor on the 2-run homer, and Rob McCarver of a game-tying home run. Can he do it once again with the bat? Rendon can't get the lead. Good job by Gibson and Cepeda holding him on. His attention now goes towards the plate. McCarver sets a target. Here's the pitch to Eaton. And it is a 5-5 to Adam Eaton off the Gibby card. 2 outs. Rendon will be off on contact on the 5-5. Except there will be no contact. Strike 3! Side retired. He checked his swing, but it was a strike anyway. We go to the top of the 9th. Scherzer's still on the mound for the Nationals. He's up 3-2. Due up the top of the order, Brock, Flood, and Maris. Scherzer has gone 8 innings. He's only given up 2 hits, 1 walk, striking out 13, but he did give up the 2-run bomb to Bobby Tolton. Can Matt Scherzer win it? We shall see. There's some bullpen action for the Nationals. So Brock is 0 for 3. He represents a tying run at the plate. Tremendous base runner. You want to keep him off the base paths. The windup. The windup and the pitch to Brock from Scherzer. That is a 4 column off the Scherzer card. It's a 4-10 to Brock. 4-10 as the Red Sox have won. My father has informed me, but which I knew because I had the game to my left. But always appreciate that. And that is a fly ball to center. And Taylor. And Brock needs a low roll here. And he will not get that. That's a 10. So Taylor racing after the ball. He has a beat on it. He reaches out. Will he make the catch? And that's a 12. And he makes the catch for out number 1. Nice play by the center fielder Taylor. 1 down. And here comes Curt Flood. He is 0 for 3. He has struck out 3 times. Corners move in to protect against a bunt hit. Flood hoping to slap the ball past the drawn-in corners. Rendon in at third, Zimmerman in at first. Scherzer takes a deep breath, arms down to his chest. He kicks and deals to Flood, and that is a 6 column off the Scherzer card. 6-10 to Flood off the Scherzer card. Can he strike him out for a 4th time? Ground ball to third base, and Rendon's an excellent third baseman. And that's a 13, and that's going to be unlucky for Flood unless Rendon throws this ball away. He picks the hard hit ball, and now he throws to first, and this could be trouble. That is a 16, and that is a throwing error. It gets away from Zimmerman, so a nice pick on the hard hit ball by Rendon, but he throws the ball away. As Zimmerman cannot scoop it out of the dirt, gets away from it, but not far enough for Flood to advance a second. Tying run at first, the speedy Curt Flood, 1 through 16, base runner, 60% chance of stealing second. He will stay put there. 1 out. Here's Roger Maris. Maris is 0 for 3. Maris hoping to turn back the hands of time here to 1960 or 61 when he was with the Yankees. Looking for the 5-2 column. Scherzer takes a peek to first, looks in at Wieters, picks up the side. He sets, he deals to Maris. It is a 5 column for Maris, a 5-2. So a column of choice. Maris will have a pitch to grip and rip. Will he take advantage of it? 5-2. Hard hit ball. Murphy dives from his knees. He flips to Turner. Throwing to first. Double play. Ball game over. What a play by Daniel Murphy. Makes the dive from his knees. Flips to Turner coming across. The shortstop comes across the second base bag. Fires to Zimmerman. Double play. 4-6-3. Matt Scherzer goes the distance and outduels Bob Gibson 3-2 and picks up the win. Gibson record now drops to 7-4 with 1 no decision as he is through his first 12 starts. And now the next 12 starts will come in St. Louis as the first 12 were all on the road. And let's get the box score. What a pitcher's duel. And let's bring that up in OBS and make that a little bigger. So let's make that a lot bigger. Fit to screen. Sim salabim, fit to screen. And there we go. Let's go to the chat and say thank you to Herb Pilgrim. Thank you to Beatles Eternally. Thank you to Audie Murphy. So happy you joined us. D. Scott Howard, thank you. So all these fine gentlemen, thank you very much. They had a good chat going on here regarding the Cincinnati Reds and memorabilia and all kinds of things. Herb Pilgrim said Reds get differential like treatment from me every year because of that #1 status. I really liked them during the Rose, Morgan, Perez, Concepcion, Bourbon years. Beatles Eternally, those were great Reds teams who fought the equally great Pirates in that era. Yep, the Pirates won the division in '75 in the East, but lost to Cincinnati in 3 games in the pennant. All right, well, thank you very much, gentlemen. As Audie Murphy says, great game, Al. Well, thank you very much. Beatles says, wow, and thanks, Al. Fun game. We're going to be back with another game. Probably Denny McLain, but I might play a little out of the ballpark, or I might kill some zombies. I don't know. Let's go through the box score, though. As Scherzer he's dueled both Denny McLain and Gibson. He got the tough luck loss against McLain, but beats Gibson, who gets a tough luck loss. The Cardinals just don't hit the ball. Grant you, Scherzer's a great pitcher, but here we go. Let's go to the box score. So Bob Gibson's now 7-4 in 12 starts. The Cardinals in the first 12 games, all on the road, are 8-4. Again, there was that 1-0 decision for Gibson. The bullpen blew it, but the Cardinals did win in extra innings. So Gibson goes 8 innings, 8 hits. He was not stellar. I mean, again, he only gave up 3 runs, but they were both home runs. The 2-run homer by Taylor, the solo shot, the game-winning home run, RBI, by Bryce Harper. So 3 runs all earned, walked 1, struck out 7, the 2 home runs as I stated. But his ERA is under 2, 1.87. Max Scherzer is now 1-1. He'll get 2 more starts, this time in Detroit and in St. Louis. He went 9 innings, his second complete game. 2 hits, 2 runs. Both earned the 2-run homer by Tolan. Walked 1, struck out 13. His ERA is 2.55. The only 2 men to get hits for the Cardinals, Javier and Bobby Tolan. That's it. The Cardinals had 29 at-bats, as everyone else was an over. Only 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 RBIs. For the Nationals, or as the Strat-O-Matic baseball game calls them, the politicians, and you can go in and change that. I just don't care. I'm not going to waste my time changing all the names. Turner was 3 for 4. Murphy was 0 for 4. Zimmerman 0 for 4. Harper 2 for 4. The game-winning RBI on the home run in the bottom of the 6th with a run scored in a ribby. Rendon 0 for 3 with an error. Eaton 1 for 4 with a run scored in Rob McCarver, a game-tying home run. Lind 0 for 3. Taylor 1 for 2 with a 2-run blast that got the scoring started in the bottom of the 2nd for the Nationals with a run scored. And Wieters was 1 for 3. In total, the Nationals, 32 at-bats, 3 runs, 8 hits, 3 ribbies. Strikeout victims for Scherzer. Let's do them first. The strikeout, Flood struck out 3 times, hat trick. Cepeda 3 times, hat trick. McCarver once. Shannon struck out 3 times, hat trick. Javier twice. Dahl Maxville once. The strikeout victims to Bob Gibson, Turner, Murphy, Harper, Rendon, Eaton, and Taylor. After the home run, he struck out twice. And that's it, folks. So another fun ball game in the project. And once again, thank you to everyone in the chat. Hope you enjoyed the game. We'll be back in a little bit with something else. It might be the Denny McLain start. Probably will be, but I don't know. I never know what I'm going to do. I hope we had a really fun football game yesterday. We're going to, most likely tomorrow, we're going to do a football game in our 1980 tournament, one and done. And it'll be a play-in game to see who gets to the Sweet 16 between the Seattle Seahawks and the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons, the much higher seed. I will be playing as Seattle. Alrighty. So remember, watch out for that curveball in the dirt. Health and happiness. Till next time, take care. Bye-bye. God bless. You know what's coming, folks. Peace!